Have you ever wanted e-bike but you don't have space for it? That's actually my situation. Okay, this is what we are working with, the corner in my kitchen. It needs to fit here. There are doors and they need to be able to open and close, so there is just about not a whole lot of space in here. And most importantly, there are the stairs. I gotta be able to carry it up and down, cause I can't leave it outside. This is the solution I came up with. This mini foldable e-bike fits perfectly in here. Then I just needed to fold the handlebars. Even doors can open perfectly without any hassle. Can I carry it upstairs though? Yes, I can. I'm also able to fold the pedals. Then the e-bike is even easier to carry. But it is quite heavy, so I gotta go slow, cause these stairs are deadly. Even my postwoman says it. God bless this brave woman. And they are even worse when it's wet. And there is a lot of rain in the UK, I'm sure you know that. Hey Chuck, now you like reviewing and hacking e-bikes, right? Yes, a little bit. I have to say I really enjoyed the last e-bike I reviewed. I say I enjoyed because I already don't have it. I gave it to my father. He needs it more than me, he's 69. And he truly enjoys it too. Especially when it's hacked and it can go fast. And he can because I hacked it. And he was even bragging about it to his friend. He has also e-bike, but his goes slow. You know, safety first. Back to the mini folding e-bike. It goes up to 25 kilometers per hour, and if you wanna go faster, you cannot. Unless you know the secret trick, which is same like before. Press and hold plus and minus at the same time. Then P0 comes up, and I just need to go to P05 and change it from 25 to 30. And max speed is gonna be 30, you guessed it, instead of 25. They somehow forgot to mention this unlocking trick in the manual. They only explain it to P04, and there is nothing about P05. I think they wanna cover their back, and I also think they wanna cover their back with this throttle. It wasn't installed out of box, because it is legal in many countries, but at least they have explained it in the manual. So I hacked it, I have a throttle, and I'm ready to hit the road. Come back no more. Hitting the road feels okay, but it has only one gear. You cannot change the gears, and it has 3 pedal assist modes. First one goes up to 10 kilometers per hour. That's very slow, you don't want to go like this. Second is up to 15 kilometers per hour. I was using this mode when I was maneuvering and avoiding collisions with oncoming objects and pedestrians on the pavements. And the third mode is 25 or 30 kilometers if you hack it. And that one is actually quite fast and you cannot pedal anymore. Well, you can, but you can only pretend to be pedaling, because there is only one gear and your legs just can't paddle as fast. Well, mine could, but they look really funny. I was thinking about it, and the ideal solution for me would be to either have more gears, like 2 or 3, or more pedal assist modes. The previous one had 5 modes, this one has 3, then there will be more room for customization, and I cannot even adjust the modes. You know, to change the speed limits, to have it more like 13, 19 and 25, instead of 5, 10 and 25 kilometers per hour. The e-bike can also fold in half, which is a cool feature. Then the handlebars can also fold. And the seat can go also very low, so the overall folded footprint is tiny. I think you can even fit it inside of a trunk, I mean inside of a car boot, because we are in the UK. It has front suspension fork, 2 mechanical disc brakes, front and rear light, tiny 16-inch inflatable wheels, electric motor is in a rear wheel, and the battery is inside of a frame, so it doesn't even look like an e-bike at first sight. It might not look like one, but it weighs 24 kilograms. So when you sit on it and you will go without electric power, you're definitely gonna notice it. If you're wondering why we are on a cemetery, it's because there is so many people everywhere and so many cars, and here it's nice and quiet. Not sure why it's so heavy. The previous one was about 25 kilograms, but it was full-size bike with big frame and 29-inch wheels. And the battery was like 3 times the size. Here they say the battery can last anywhere between 35 and 55 kilometers, but according to my testing, this is quite generous range. New day, new dawn, new fully charged battery. and today we're gonna see how far we're gonna get when there is 0. First bar is down after 3 kilometers. Second bar down, 4.5 miles. Let's see how long it's gonna last. Yeah, outside is nice in here. Ay ay ay, 7.2, 2 bars. I hope I'm gonna get home. 8.6, 4 bars gone. This doesn't look good. $11 kilometers. 14.5 kilometers. Battery is blinking. We'll see how far we can go. So we are back at 0 because I had to stop and fasten the front light and it switched off, so we're going from 0, but there was 14.4, so let's see how far. The result is 5.4, so there's like 20 kilometers altogether. I haven't mentioned it yet, but this mini folding e-bike is called E3 and it is made by iScooter company. It was sent to me for a review, huge thanks to the company. They are selling it for right around £400, minus 30 with my code. But is it worth buying? Let's sum it all up, what I like. I actually like the foldable design, it's very handy, especially if you don't have much free space available, like me. Built-in battery is also nice, but that has also its downside, that you can only charge the e-bike near the plug, near the socket. Assembly of the bike was also very straightforward, it came nicely packaged and I think it was ready to ride in about 25 minutes. Well, plus I needed to fully charge the battery, which is around 3.5 hours. I also like the front suspension fork. It doesn't spring much, but it will definitely get you over some smaller bumps and rough terrain. The seat and the handlebars can go pretty high, so even person like me with 185 centimeters can use it comfortably. Yeah, I've noticed some funny looks from passerbys, but I mean, it's comfortable. What I don't like mostly that it only has 1 gear and 3 pedal assist modes. This could be a small nitpick for somebody, but I actually like to pedal, not just to use full electric power all the time. The product is quite heavy, almost 25 kilograms, which was also the previous e-bike, but it was full size plus 3 times the battery size. I also didn't like that the seat was going lower under my weight. No matter how much I fastened the quick release, it still went down. And I had to adjust it after a while of riding. This is also just a small nitpick, but the rear light is running from its own battery, so it has to be switched on and off by hand. Would be easier if it worked like front light that is plugged inside the main e-bike battery. And when I already talk about the battery, I think it should last longer. They said the minimal distance was 35 kilometers, it lasted like 20. Yeah, I know my tires weren't fully inflated, so let's fix it, cause I don't like to do half-baked jobs. New day, new dawn, let's go pump up the wheels to see what's the difference. My friend says it's gonna be 20% increase at least. But even with 20% increase it's gonna be just 25, so let's see. So 51 together, full battery and a 3B00. Let's hit the road. We are outside again. There is a beautiful sunshine day and we are going to the petrol station to inflate the tires. It took me like 10 minutes and 2 pounds to inflate it, but then I finally managed to do it and the results were slightly more encouraging. I've started at 51 kilometers total. First bar was down at 55 kilometers. Second went down around 57 kilometers. Then I had to readjust seats few times cause it was again going lower. Third bar down went around 60 kilometers. Fourth bar around 70. And the last bar lasted till about 75 kilometers. So that's about 25 kilometers in total, which is about 4 kilometers more than the previous test, but still quite far away from minimal range of 35 kilometers. I'm not also that heavy, I weigh around 85 kilograms, so that also plays a role. And I was using the third pedal assist mode, so the highest one. So I was almost always using the electric power, not really the pedal power. So is it really worth it? Well, depends what you are looking for. I was looking for something really tiny. This is it, but with few issues, like short range and not so ideal speed limits. Am I gonna be using it? For sure. Was the big e-bike better? For sure. But it was also more expensive. Thanks to you for watching, thanks to all of my Patreons and members for their support, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace!